Representatives of the exonerees wish to give a statement.
May it please the court. Thank you, Judge Blasey, for giving us the opportunity to be heard and to have this hearing and have the opportunity for the truth and justice to come out. Thank you. This is an extremely important case. On September the 29th of 2025, this past September, there was in this city a very large and very public press conference that included, among others, Kirk Watson, the mayor of the city of Austin. In that press conference, it was announced that there is now, and I quote, overwhelming evidence, unquote, that the yogurt shop murders had been committed by a single perpetrator, Robert Brashears, a man now known to be a serial murderer. Brashears acted alone and, in fact, had committed at least one murder prior to the yogurt shop murders and had gone on to commit several more murders across the southern and central United States. Always acting alone. Sometimes, as in this case, there were multiple victims. Sometimes, as in this case, he tied the victims with their own clothing. Sometimes, as in this case, he sexually assaulted a young girl. Sometimes he would wield two firearms, as in this case. Sometimes he set fires to destroy the evidence, as in this case. Always acting alone. The victims, as far as we know were always women. Therefore, Robert Springsteen, Mike Scott, Forrest Wilburn, and Maurice Pierce are innocent and always have been innocent. Since that press conference and announcement on September the 29th, Detective Jackson has continued his investigation, and the evidence of Brashears' guilt and the innocence of Springsteen, Scott, Wilburn, and Pierce remains overwhelming. You will hear from Detective Jackson, who was assigned this case as a cold case in 2022, and how he worked on this case, he and others with the Austin Police Department worked on this case relentlessly, and how in July of 2025, he submitted a spent .380 shell casing collected from the original crime scene by the Texas Department of Public Safety in 1991, and submitted it through the ATF by a task force officer to the National NIBIN database. This was in July of 2025. The same day he submitted it, he got a hit. There was an unsolved murder case in Lexington, Kentucky, where the murderer had used the same gun. This set off what I would characterize as an extraordinary chain of events involving the cooperative efforts of law enforcement and forensic DNA laboratories across the country, culminating in a positive DNA match between the DNA lifted from victim Amy Ayers matching to serial murderer Robert Brashears. So there's a murder weapon match to Brashears, there's a DNA match to Brashears, and there's an MO match to Brashears. Finally, with the court's permission, you will hear from the people that have been affected most profoundly by the false accusations and wrongful convictions. Some of the then boys, now men, and some of the family members will address the court and what the last 34 years has been like for them, and what this moment in time, this exoneration, how much it means to them.
And Ms. Fairley, would you like to